Hey guys, it's March 22nd. It's about day 4, day 5 of the coronavirus quarantine for the Las Vegas Valley. So gonna go in and check on my girls today, see how they're doing. It's about 65 degrees outside, so the weather's really nice. It's partly sunny. I'm trying to be optimistic here. It's not partly cloudy, it's partly sunny. No wind today, so that's a great thing. And I'm not going to use any smoke. I'm going to go in really quick. I last week put a honey super on without a queen excluder. I did not videotape that. Actually, I attempted to videotape that, had a special guest and everything, and the camera didn't work right, so that was a total fiasco. But today's going to be good. So we're going to go in and we're going to just look and see if they're drawing out any of the comb in the super. And I also pulled out 2 frames of honey that was in the main brood box. They had plenty of honey elsewhere in the brood box, and I just wanted to give them room for the queen to expand. So hopefully they'll draw out the 2 frames of foundation that I put in, and we will see what's going on in the hive today. I'm going to get suited up and we'll go in. No smoke. Okay, so we're suited up and we're going to go into the hive here and check and see what's going on with them. Before I pop the cover, I'm going to show you the front entrance and see the activity coming in and out. So as you can see, pretty regular activity. Nothing out of the ordinary here. They haven't been stirred up too much yet by me having the camera right in their face, but we're going to see how that changes after I crack open the lid here. Alright, we're rolling. So let's get in the hive here and see how the girls are doing. Couple of bees all the way up at the top cover, working on some propolis. Quite a few bees working on the inner cover here. A handful, I should say, 15 or so. Just want to look into a couple of these frames and see if I can see any work being done to them. Well, they have moved into the space, but I don't see them actually doing anything with it yet. But let's check a couple more, see if there's any signs at all of actual wax being drawn out. I'm not exactly sure why, but this frame is stuck. I'm wondering if they propolized it to the bottom of the frame below them. They could very well have done that. Get out of the way, girl. Ah, let's see what they're doing here. Yeah, they sort of attached it to the frame below it. So I don't want them to do that. They're building, it looks like crosscomb in between frames here. So I'm going to make sure my queen is not here. And take this out. We don't want them to do this. I wish they were building the actual frame out, but they're not. Feels like the same thing's happening here. Yep. sure the queen's not on there, and then get this, it's not propolis, it's wax, but they're just building it's burr comb is what it is. So we'll get this off of here. I'd like for them to build out the frames themselves, but it doesn't look like they're doing that right now. No sign at all of any drawn comb here in this honey super. So, but I did the last time I was in about 2 weeks ago. Remove 2 frames of honey and put in foundation. 2 frames of foundation. So they do have that to work with. So I'm going to go in and see if they started doing anything with that. See the bottom of the honey super here. Making sure my queen's not on here. Set that to the side for a minute. So you can see these 2 frames that you can tell they're new wood. These are the 2 new frames that I put in a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to pull those out and see if they've started drawing any comb out on those 2 frames. We're also going to look for swarm cells. I don't think we're going to have an issue with swarming right now, but you never know. So there's no sign at all on this new frame of them even starting to build out. So that's disappointing. We're going to check real quick and make sure that there's no swarm cells. Very, very, very heavy frame of honey. Lots of girls working this side. This is mostly honey. Some nectar at the bottom, a little bit of pollen here and there. Okay. It's a good little patch of drone comb. Hold that up to the camera there. Right there, from the camera's point of view, to be the top left corner there. That's all drone comb. Some drone comb on this side as well. It'd be the bottom left corner and the bottom right corner. No sign of my queen yet. Lots of good brood on this frame here. This is a regular worker brood frame. It's a solid, probably 80%. A little bit of honey around the edges. Good sign that the queen is still in here, hopefully. I see quite a few girls running around with pollen. Pretty decent amount of drawn on this side as well. I see larvae. I don't see any eggs, but there probably is some in here. A lot of a lot of brood, but I don't see my queen yet. Not on this side. A couple of drone cells, not very many though on this one, that's good. We don't want too many drone. That's usually a sign of laying workers. No sign of the queen here. Not a brood. looking good. She's looking real good. Alright, definitely want to be careful with this frame because this is a frame that's got my queen on it. Check the other side, a little bit of drawn. No sign of any swarm cells. That's a good thing. My queen is good. I'm gonna set her back in here. I don't want to take a chance of hurting my queen here. Get eyeballs on her again one more time. Where'd she go? I lost my queen. Right before I put the frame in, I always like to have eyes on her. So I make sure I don't crush her against the frame. Oh, there she is. She's real close to the edge. Let's see if I can get her on camera here. So she's right above my thumb. Right here. Looking good. Not too close, or she's close to the edge, but she's not on the outside of the frame, so I don't have to worry about possibly crushing her putting this back in. She's actually in a pretty decent spot for me to go ahead and drop her back in. I'm going to get these last 3 frames out of here. 8, 9, and 10. This next frame is the frame of foundation that I put in a couple weeks ago. Let's see what's going on with it. It looks like they're just starting to draw it out a little bit. So you can see a little bit of this is burr comb here that they're building out connecting to the frame next to it, which is not good. But you can see on the black frames, you can see the yellowish white area right under where this bunch of bees are, where they've started to draw out the foundation. So that's a good sign. At least they're accepting the foundation. Nothing on that side. But giving them foundation to build on plus the honey super up top that they haven't even done anything with will I think prevent them from swarming or having the urge to swarm. Well, that girl tried to sting me through the glove. She didn't get through, but she's gonna pay the price for trying anyway. No swarm cells. It's March 22nd here in the desert. 65 degrees today. I'll knock down a little bit of this burr comb. Alright. Put this frame of foundation back in here. Okay. I seem to be doing alright. Put the honey super back on. I'm not going to take it off, I'm going to leave it on. Alright, make sure the spacing is good on these 10 frames here. Put our inner cover back on. And we'll throw our top cover back on and we'll be done with this check. good check. My mentor, the guy who's pretty much taught me beekeeping, has been doing swarm removal after swarm removal the last couple of weeks, so I was a little concerned. I don't want my girls to swarm on me, end up in my neighbor's yard, so just did a quick check on them. And they appear to be okay. No swarm cells imminent. They've got plenty of foundation to build out on. They've got a honey super that's completely empty on top. No foundation, but hopefully they'll build that out. So otherwise, I think it's a pretty good check. That's it for March 22nd.